Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start with the next topic of chapter 3, very important topic, that is methods of finding solutions of pair of linear equations. So there are two methods of finding out the solution for the pair of linear equations. First is graphical method and second is algebraic method. In this module we are going to discuss graphical method of solution of a pair of linear equation in two variables. As you all know, this is, as in the previous module I have explained you the general form of pair of linear equation in two variables. So a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. This is the general form of pair of linear equation in two variables. Now when we draw the graph of these pair of linear equations, I have explained you that we come across with three cases. There are three possibilities. What are those three? Let us recall. When we draw the graph of these pair of linear equations, we may get the graph in this form, that both the lines will intersect. So we get the lines will be intersecting, so the graph will show intersecting lines. Second possibility is that the lines will not meet anywhere, will not intersect anywhere. It means they are parallel. And third case is when we draw the graph of both equations, and linear equation in two variable have a straight line graph, and both the straight lines will coincide. Third possibility can be that they will be coincident. Now if we see the shape of graph is like this, if they are intersecting, both the lines are intersecting, and you can see both the lines are intersecting at one unique point, and it means intersecting lines will have a unique solution. Unique means exactly one solution. And if they are not intersecting, it means they are parallel, so no common point between them, it means they have no solution. And if they are coincident, they are coinciding, it means every point of every solution of first equation will be the solution of second equation. So it means they will have infinitely many solutions. And if they have unique solution, unique means one solution, then we can say that they are consistent pair of equations, right? Consistent means that they should have at least one solution, and unique means one solution. So if one solution or unique solution is there, then such pair of equations are called consistent. Here also infinitely many solution. Infinitely, it means exactly one or more than one. Infinitely means more than one. So we have at least one solution. So that is these type of solution will also give consistent pair of equation. Dependent or consistent pair of equations. And as you can see, parallel lines have no solution, and no solution means no common point, it means inconsistent pair of equations. So intersecting lines have unique solution, and unique solution means consistent pair of equations. Parallel lines have no solutions, and no solution means inconsistent pair of equations. And coincident lines have infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solution means dependent, or generally we say it consistent pair of equations only. So this was about the graphical method, how to find solutions. Now this table you have to see. Just look at this table, and this is very important table for finding out questions in exercise 3.2. In this table you can see we have pair of lines. So you can see the first example, x minus 2y equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y minus 20 is equal to 0. Now you can see we'll compare the ratios. This table is based on ratios. Ratios means their coefficients, with the coefficients of the variables used in these equations. Now you can see here a1 is 1 and a2 is 3, b1 is minus 2 and b2 is 4. So if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, you can see this is 1 by 3 and this is minus 2 by 4. Minus 2 by 4 is minus 1 by 2. So 1 by 3 is not equal to minus 1 by 2. So if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then what is the graphical representation and what is the algebraic interpretation? It means the intersecting lines. The pair of equation will show intersecting lines, and intersecting lines have exactly one solution, that is unique solution. Now in second example you can see 2x plus 3y minus 9 equal to 0, 4x plus 6y minus 18 equal to 0. Now if we compare the ratios a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, c1 upon c2, so you can see 2 by 4 gives me 1 by 2. 3 by 6 gives us 1 by 2. Minus 9 by minus 18 gives us 1 by 2. So it means a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. On comparing the ratios, we get all the ratios equal. If all the ratios are equal, it means they are coincident lines, right? The graphical representation will be showing coincident lines, and coincident lines always have infinite many solutions. And third example is x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0. Now if we compare the ratios, a1 upon a2, that is 1 by 2, b1 upon b2 is 2 by 4 is again 1 by 2, and c1 upon c2 is minus 4 by minus 12, that is 1 by 3. So 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is not equal to 1 by 3. It means a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. So such pair of lines will have graphical representation in the form of parallel lines, and parallel lines have no solution. So we'll be dealing with the question in which we will find out, we will compare the ratios, and then we will tell whether the lines are intersecting and what type of solutions they will have, whether they are consistent, inconsistent, depending upon the ratios. Right, now coming to exercise 3.2, question number 1. Form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solutions graphically. Now we have to, again, like we have already learned in 3.1, how to form pair of linear equations, and we have also done that how to represent them graphically. But now we will make pair of linear equations, and then we'll be drawing them graphically, and then through that graph we'll be finding the solutions, right? First part is 10 students of class 10th took part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. It means class consists of boys and girls, and total 10 students are there. So if I assume, let number of girls be x and number of boys be y. So according to question, a class consists of 10 students, and class consists means number of boys plus number of girls will be equal to 10. So x plus y equal to 10. This is my first equation, and it is also given that number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. This condition is also given to us. So x, number of girls I have taken x equal to 4 plus number of boys I have taken as y. So x is equal to y plus 4. This is second equation. Now I got the two equations. Then for drawing its graph, we have to find its solution. So we'll find at least three solutions. So if we put y5, I get x5. If we put y4, we get x6. If we put y3, you can take any three solutions. I am taking this as one of the solution. If I take y3, x is also 7. And here also, if I put y2, I get x6. If I put y1, I get x5. And if we put y3, I get x7. And after drawing its graph, you can see this is the graph of first equation and this is the graph of second equation. Now both the graph, you can see, will intersect at one point. The graph will be intersecting lines. The graph we see is of the form of intersecting lines, and they are intersecting at one common point, that is 7, 3. So this is the solution of this graph, right? So the solution of the graph is 7, 3. 7, 3 means x is 7 and y is 3. So it means number of girls are 7 and number of boys are 3. This is how we can find out the solution graphically. If lines are intersecting, then that unique solution becomes the solution of the pair of linear equations. So number of girls are 7 and number of boys are 3. Now coming to second part, 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost 50 rupees, whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost 46 rupees. Find the cost of one pencil and that of one pen. Now let us assume cost of one pencil be x and cost of one pen be y. Now 5 pencils and 7 pens cost 50 rupees. It means 5x plus 7y equal to 50. And 7 pencils and 5 pens cost 46 rupees. 7x plus 5y is equal to 46. Now our next step is to find the solutions. Right, we have to find solutions and write down in tabular form. Then we'll draw its graph. So if I transpose it 7y to the right side and divide it by 5, I get x equal to 50 by 5 means 10 minus 7 by 5y. And here if I take 5y to the right side and divide by 7, I get 46 minus 5y by 7. Now on putting y0, if I put y0, so this term will become 0. 10 minus 0 is 10 only, so x is 10. If I put y5, 5 and 5 cancel, 10 minus 7 gives us 3. If I put y10, 5 2s are 10 and 7 2s are 14. 10 minus 14 gives minus 4. And here in this equation, if I put y minus 2 means 5 2s are 10, 46 plus 10 is 56, and 56 divided by 7 is 8. I'm taking the value of y in such a way that it becomes a multiple, numerator becomes a multiple of 7. But if you don't get, then you can take it in decimal also, like 5 5. If I take 5 y5, 5 5s are 25. 46 minus 25 is 21, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. And if I put y0, I get x 46 by 7, which is approximately equal to 6.6. Now if we draw the graph of these equations, there will be straight lines and both the straight lines are intersecting. So you can see this is the graph of first equation, 10 0, this is 10 0, then 3 5. So I have chosen a scale, one block is equal to 2 centimeter or 2 units. So you can see this is 3, between 2 and 4 is 3, and between 4 and 6 is 5. So 3 5 is this point, and then is minus 4 10, minus 4 10 is this point. And on joining these 3 points, I get a graph of 5x plus 7y equal to 50. And then to draw the graph of this equation, I will plot these points, 8 minus 2, 6.6 comma 0. That means x is 6.6, this is 6.6 comma 0. Between 6 and 8 is 7, and take each small block as 6.2 units, 6.2, 6.4, then third line will be 6.6. So this is 6.6 comma 0 and 3 comma 5, again this point. So when you join these 3 points, you get a graph of this equation. This graph was of 7x plus y, 7x plus 5y is equal to 46, right? And you can see both the graphs, both the lines are intersecting at one unique point, that is 3 5. So this is the solution of pair of linear equations. So you can see x is 3 and y is 5. It means cost of one pencil is rupees 3 and cost of one pen is rupees 5. So this completes your question 1. Now coming to question 2. Question 2 is on comparing the ratios. Now the table which I have explained you, that will be helpful in finding such sums. On comparing the ratios A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1 upon C2, find out whether the line representing the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point, are parallel or coincident. So you can see the first part. Now we have to tell whether the pair of equations are intersecting, parallel or coincident. So you can see first part, 5x minus 4y plus 8 equal to 0, 7x plus 6y minus 9 equal to 0. Now if you see their coefficients, this is A1, this is A2, this is B1, this is B2, this is C1, this is C2. So A1 upon A2 you can see is 5 by 7, and B1 upon B2 is, B1 is minus 4 and B2 is 6. So minus 4 upon 6 reduced to lowest form gives us minus 2 by 3. So as you can see, A1 upon A2, 5 by 7 is not equal to minus 2 by 3. It means A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. And I have explained you, when A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, then the pair of linear equation will have intersecting lines. So you can write, therefore pair of linear equations intersect at a point, right? Coming to second part, in these pair of linear equations, you can see A1 upon A2 is 9 by 18, that is 1 by 2. b1 upon b2 is 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2, and c1 upon c2 is 12 by 24, that is also 1 upon 2 reduced to lowest form. So you can see a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, c1 upon c2 all are equal, and when all the ratios are equal, it means given pair of linear equations are coincident, right? Third part is a1 upon a2 is 6 by 2, that is 3 by 1. b1 upon b2 is minus 3 by minus 1. We have to take minus sign. If in any coefficient contains minus sign, that we have to take here. Then minus 3 by minus 1, it gives us 3 by 1, and c1 upon c2 is 10 by 9. So you can see a1 upon a2 and b1 upon b2 are equal, but it is not equal to c1 upon c2, and such pair of lines, such pair of linear equations are always parallel. So given pair of linear equations are parallel. Now coming to third question, on comparing the ratios a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2, find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. Now as I have already explained you, unique solution and infinitely many solution have consistent pair of equations, and in no solution, where equations have no solution, they have inconsistent pair of equations. Now we have to compare the ratios, and we have to tell whether the pair of equations are consistent or inconsistent, and for that we have to find out the ratios. a1 upon a2 is 3 by 2, and b1 upon b2 is 2 by minus 3. So you can see a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, and a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. It means the given pair of linear equations will intersect at a point, and intersecting lines have unique solution and unique solution. If one solution is there, it means given pair of linear equations are consistent, right? Intersecting means unique solution, and unique solution means consistent. In second part, you can see a1 upon a2 is 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2. b1 upon b2 is minus 3 by minus 6, that is 1 upon 2. And c1 upon c2 is, if I transpose it to the left side, because our general form is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. If I take in that way, then it becomes minus 8 by minus 9, or simply 8 by 9, right? So you can see a1 upon a2 and b1 upon b2 are equal, but it is not equal to c1 upon c2, and such ratios will give us no solution, parallel lines, and parallel lines will have no solution, and no solution means inconsistent. So given pair of linear equations are inconsistent. No solution means inconsistent pair of equations. In third part, you can see 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y equal to 7, and 9x minus 10y is equal to 14. So when we find a1 upon a2, you can see a1 is 3 by 2 and a2 is 9. Now how to solve it? This 9 will multiply with 2, it becomes 3 by 18, and it becomes 1 by 6. Similarly, 5 by 3 upon minus 10, this second and this third ratio will multiply, we get 5 by minus 30, and on dividing we get it minus 1 by 6. So you can see a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So it means unique solution, and unique solution have always consistent pair of equations. So given pair of equations are consistent. So in this way you can try other two parts also. So we have fourth and fifth part. So I hope you will be able to complete these two parts, and these three questions are clear to all of you. Thank you so much.